Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. Today's video is going to be a PSA of sorts, informing you, the lovely community, of some monster taming games that are now on sale on Steam for Black Friday that will end on December 1st. We have some spicy deals on some of these games and as much as 70% off. So what we'll be doing is we'll be giving a brief synopsis for each game, talking about how much it's discounted, and I'll also throw in a little bit of my personal praise where necessary. Anyways, let's dive in. Okay, so we do have a lot of games to cover, and I want to be fairly timely with it, so I'm going to be banging them off quite fast. So if you want any additional information, every game will be linked below in order of their placement of this video. Firstly, we got one of my personal favorites, being Monster Sanctuary, a Metroidvania monster taming adventure with 3-on-3 strategic turn-based battles. This game also comes with varying difficulty options, over 100 monsters to tame, an upcoming free DLC update, and more. Definitely one of my top recommendations on this list. It's currently 66% off. With SMT5 finally being out, and with it making heavy nods towards SMT3, especially with its DLC, I'd say it's a perfect time to get Shin Megami Tensei 3 on Steam for 40% off. Dive into this post-apocalyptic hellscape filled with demons as you decide which path you want to take. Combat in the game is also quite complex, and if you're looking for a good challenge, definitely recommend the SMT series. Between this and SMT5, I've honestly fell in love with it. Nexomon 1 and Nexomon Extinction are both on sale, with the first being 50% off and the second being 45% off. If you're more interested in a fun Pokemon-like RPG adventure with a story-driven narrative, this is definitely the one for you. Another one of my top recommendations here, I seriously can't stress enough how great these games are. If you're someone that likes monster battles but also wants to sit back, relax, and do some farming, Monster Harvest might just be the pick for you. Now, during its release, it did have a lot of reported bugs, mostly on consoles, but from what I've heard, the game's in a much better state now. The game is your typical farming sim with some monster battling and resource management, so feel free to check it out for 40% off. Now, maybe you want something completely different that still captures the essence of monster taming, and for that, might I introduce you to Patch Quest, a bullet hell roguelike that features monster riding as a main component. Basically, much like any other monster taming game, you have different monsters that you can tame, and they have their own unique abilities that'll help you traverse the land. Honestly, a ton of fun, and it's 25% off. Now, whilst on the topic of roguelikes, I got a few more, starting with Abomination, a turn-based RPG that plays a lot like Pokemon in its combat system, albeit with a ton of interesting and unique mechanics and quirks. This game has a focus on replayability via its custom rules and options that allow for an insane amount of variance. This one's 25% off. Another roguelike monster taming game that might interest fans of the Shin Megami Tensei series is Malice and Greed, an SMT-inspired title. This game is honestly the result of taking the SMT combat system and throwing it into a roguelike environment, and I've definitely got to say it works quite well. It's 30% off. Not really much to say about Digimon Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition other than the fact that it's an awesome set of Digimon games and a fan favorite, no doubt. This story-driven JRPG allows you to collect and battle your favorite Digimon in 3-on-3 turn-based combat. This absolute gem is 70% off. A recent remaster to hit the metaphorical shelves not too long ago was Geneforge 1 Mutagen, an old-school sort of callback to the early days of PC gaming with a monster taming twist. This game focuses on tactics, with battles taking place on a board and tiles instead of what's typically seen in most monster taming titles. For this one, we got a 25% discount. Now, maybe you're tired of making monsters brutally attack and or kill one another and are looking for something a little more bubbly. Well, look no further, because Rainbow Billy and the Curse of the Leviathan is a non-aggressive monster taming platform adventure title with a very nice art style reminiscent of old school animation. This game recently came out and is already 50% off, so definitely check it out if you're interested. Now, on the flip side, maybe you do like making things slaughter each other, and at a large scale at that. Ninth Dawn 3 is a brutal open world action adventure title with monster taming elements. This game allows you to utilize a ton of monsters at once, and at the same time will swarm you by these massive amalgamations of enemies. This game's definitely more so a Mon light, but nonetheless it's a ton of fun, and it's on sale for 35% off. Back to a more Pokemon-esque style, but this time with a pretty cool 2.5D perspective, we have Ento Drive, a game where you essentially battle computer viruses against each other. As a game developer behind a popular monster battling augmentation game, it's your job to stop this strange phenomenon whereby monsters are escaping the game and wreaking havoc in the real world. This game is 15% off, but it's super cheap already. It's like $2, so definitely worth checking out. Serial Ultimate recently got its full access release date confirmed for Steam, so now's a great time to pick up that early access for a discount. Serial Ultimate truly is the ultimate title, featuring over 1,000 different monsters to utilize in 6-on-6 combat, tons of customization, various realms to explore, gods to vanquish, and a whole lot more. This game is dropping in full access on December 3rd, so definitely pick it up now for 20% off, or you can even pick up Serial 3, one of its predecessors, for 50% off. And finally, last but not least, for 40% off, we have Relegend, a monster taming adventure / farming RPG with companion-based monsters that can fight alongside you. This game is 40% off, and the devs have been teasing full launch, but we don't have a strict date just yet. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for the video. A ton of great games on sale. I highly recommend checking some of them out. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you do enjoy the monster taming genre or monster taming content, stuff like that, definitely subscribe to the channel. We've seen a ton of growth lately, and it's been amazing. You can also check out my Twitter and my Discord, which will be linked below. And I just want to say special thanks to all of our patrons, especially StealCase and Jim Hamilton, our mythical backers. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.